Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. Happy Easter. That's the most important thing. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Okay, today we're going to be doing something pretty unique. Starting with this intro, I just want to change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't want to do the same old thing. So today we're going to do things a little bit differently. So the product that we're reviewing is really cool and I'm very excited about this. This is the Crosley Fleetwood, and it is a CD player, clock radio, Bluetooth device that is going to really be focused on pure, powerful digital sound. And as you know, I love compact discs. So that's the most important thing to me on this device, is checking out its CD capabilities. And from a styling aesthetic point of view, it really is similar to that octave speaker of theirs. And I said when I did that review that it was more modern, but I guess that's technically a mid-century design. So I would say this fits along with it. It looks really, really cool, but it's gonna be a fun show. We're gonna take a look at it, see what it can do, give it a sound test, all that good stuff. You're not gonna wanna miss this.
This is Record-ology.
Okay guys, so here is this Crosley CD player clock radio unit. It is the Fleetwood Bluetooth clock radio and CD player. And this is really funny. So look at the picture on the side here. I swear this was not filmed here. This is the weirdest thing. Same backsplash, similar granite countertop, and even the woodwork is similar, but the handle's different. I thought that was kind of funny. I was like, what? Anyway, so here it is, very modernistic looking in my estimation, but based on what everybody told me from the octave radio that we reviewed, this is considered more mid-century design, so I'm going to go with that. I think it'll match up with the octave speaker quite well design-wise. But yeah, it's Bluetooth, it's got FM radio, it's got a CD player, which is what I'm most excited about because, as you guys know, I love CD players. I love. I think it's the best format, and we've done a show about that or two. And if you want to argue that with me, I invite you to jump into the comments section of that video. But for today, we're going to take a look at this beautiful unit. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unpack it. Opening it up here, we've got a very strange cardboard piece here. And the unit is pretty much staring us in the face already. Just kind of scoot it out. So that's sort of this egg crating material here. As you can tell, I'm filming in a new area here. I was just kind of thinking we could try this out to kind of spice up our life a little bit. Remote control, I just knocked it over the back. And that's pretty much it. I can go ahead and take off the packing material right away. At least part of it. Set that aside. We do have a couple things in here. So let's get a closer look at this. Okay, so we've got our user manual here. Let's go ahead and open it up. Getting better about reading these. In the past, I've just been pretty passive when it comes to trying to figure it out on the fly, but it's a good idea to keep these because you never know when you're going to need it. Also, there's a warranty card there as well. I got a good bag of accessories. Let's see what's in here. Speaker wire? Or that's an antenna maybe? And FM antenna. I bet you that's what that is. An audio lead, so RCA stereo to a mini phono connection. Also got a remote control here. That's cool. I think this would be a really good unit to put in the living room by the TV, especially if you don't have a big stereo system there, and just have it for casual CD listening. I think that'd be great for that. This is cool. It's got a good feel to it. I love a good remote control. Now, before I unpack this, I'm doing the microphone a little bit differently. I'm using the lavalier, and I'm actually recording as I'm filming, which I haven't done that in a while. I've been doing mostly voiceovers. But what do you guys think? Does it sound okay? Hopefully it does. If not, we can go back to doing it the other way, but I'm always trying to improve sound. Okay, here it is. I mean, it's beautiful. It's simplistic. What a design, you guys. This looks cool. And you know what? This looks like something out of the James Bond movie. I love this brushed aluminum and this wood. I'm sure it's a veneer. Let's spin it around. On the back there, ooh, we got ported speakers. Let's take a closer look. Okay, looking at the back here, we've got ported speakers, as we said before, so hopefully the sound will be good. We've got a USB connection, and you may be wondering, why is there a USB connection? That is actually a service portal, so if you need to upgrade firmware, possibly you could be instructed to do it via that, although it's more for an actual repair shop, I would think. That's something you're probably not going to need to mess with. We got the power connection, the FM antenna connection, as well as an aux input, which is good to see as well. Here's the date code, model number, and all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and spin it around front. On the front, we've got an exquisite brushed aluminum look. I just love this. Looks like we've got a little bit of film here. As you know, I am obsessive about removing those. I love it when all of the packaging material is off and you get to see everything in all of its glory. Look at these mesmerizing speaker grills, you guys. The dots, the holes are so finite. Let's get a close shot. As you can see, the perforations on this metal front panel are microscopic. I think that's really, really cool. And I do think I saw the word mesmerizing in some of the advertising literature, and I think that's an appropriate word because it's hard to see on camera, but depending on the position, it kind of generates like a pattern because it's so tight of an intricate detail. The rest of this styling looks fantastic as well. As you can see, very cool looking finishing touches here and there. I love these flush buttons. They do click in. And this knob here, it's a digital knob. It's got different steps that are included in it. But let's go ahead and power it up and give it a listen. Okay guys, so here it is. This is what it defaults to when you plug it in. We've got a number of buttons along the bottom there. It looks like we've got a power, a source select, a mode. We've got an eject button. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like brightness. This says PROG, program for the CD player, I presume. Over here we've got transport controls, EQ buttons, and up and down probably for the tuner. Although no, this is a volume. So there's a volume and these must be the tuner. I always love electronics that greet you. Disc loading. So it looks like it defaults to CD. And then this looks like an input select. So I'm pushing it BT, FM, aux in, and disc. That's pretty simple. Let's start with the CD player. You know, I just thought about something. Where's the drawer? It just occurred to me it's right here. But man, that thing was hidden. I didn't even notice it right off the bat. I was like, wait a minute, where's the CD drawer? But let's go ahead and try that out first. Okay guys, so I'm gonna have to switch microphones in a minute because I'm using the Lav and I really want you guys to hear the sound better. So I'm gonna use the shotgun mic. Here it is. It's a beautiful microphone. This is what I use to try and pick up intro audio, usually intro and close audio. We're gonna pick 3 songs to listen to here. If you don't like the music, I'm sorry, it's my show. And I'm just gonna play what I wanna play. Sorry to say, I don't mean to be rude, but honestly, I just wanna play what I wanna play. So I'm gonna use the remote control so you don't have to look at my ugly hands. I'm gonna show you the remote control in closer detail later, but for now, I'm just gonna use it off camera. Opening the drawer. We're gonna put in a CD, just like that. And now I'm gonna switch microphones. Okay, the microphone has been switched out, so it's gonna sound different. I apologize for that. Oops, there goes a lav mic. Again, I'm using the remote here, but I'm going to try, it's hard to see the display. We're gonna go ahead and test out the CD player function first. I'm switching the input to CD and pressing play. So let's give this a sound test and see what it sounds like. Okay, right off the bat, you guys, the sound is very warm and rich. Sometimes I heard the bass almost kind of rattle around in the cabinet a little bit. So I don't know, maybe we can adjust the bass down a little. It didn't distort it, but it definitely has a lot of bass and it's very rich, but it's also got really good high end too. Let's try some jazz music now.
If anyone's dream is over my head, do not.
Okay, that was fantastic, you guys. No distortion whatsoever, very clean. The distortion I heard on the first CD, which is sort of the 60s Arthur Lyman Hawaiian music, could have been due simply to the recording, mastering of that disc. It is older tape-based recordings versus the Harry Connick Jr., which was all digital. So one more thing, we're gonna listen to some classical operatic music. Don't worry, we'll flip it over to Bluetooth and try some other styles in a minute. Whoa, that was kind of weird. I hit eject and nothing happened and then it came out spinning. So that was a little bit odd. Hopefully just a fluke. The classical, the opera sounded fine. Let's go ahead and do a Bluetooth connection. Okay, so if I turn it in this direction, the display is a little bit brighter. I'm gonna flip it to Bluetooth, pair it to my device here.
Paired.
And there we go. Now that we're paired, we can try some music out.
And they wonder why I'm so bold, but they even move it in it for the chokehold. Me gustan las altas y las chaparritas. Me gustan las...
Okay, so with some classical music in the background. By the way, you can tell I'm wearing a pink shirt. It's like semi-reflective. Sorry about that. But anyway, so we're going to try out some of these different modes now. Some of these EQ modes. So first I'm going to try the bass button. Bass off, bass on. Okay, there's your bass control, you guys, which is good to have it. I mean, it's better than nothing. EQ-wise, it says classic, jazz, rock, and you know, you can experiment with all of these and see which is the best. So pop definitely sounds the best with pop anyway. Just going through it, rock and pop. Just seems like there's a little more bass. I feel like they've turned up the bass and the treble. And well, that gives kind of a good sound on speakers like this. A couple of times, I don't know if you picked up on it, you can push the bass too far. They will distort a little bit, but overall they do handle a lot of bass, especially sort of low, rumbling, smooth bass. It seems like these speakers do handle it well. And overall, the sound is phenomenal. Easily fills up a medium-sized room. And, you know, this is a lot of sound packed into a small package. Here's a look at that remote. I apologize for the inconsistent sound. Sometimes I was talking with the boom mic on, and sometimes I'm talking with the lav on like I am now. The remote, because the digital controls on everything, including that volume knob, you can control everything, including disc eject, volume, you name it, right from the remote control. I'm not gonna go through every button on here, but you can see that everything is included. It feels good in the hand, and it gives you all the control that you need. So a great remote control, a well-designed remote control is a good thing. All right, the last thing I'm gonna test out is the radio. So let's go ahead and listen to that now. Okay, so let's go ahead and press the FM button, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna turn the volume back up. I am gonna scan until we find something, hopefully. Oh, this is cool. It detected that it's classical. That's neat. I press and hold the forward skip button and it scans.
Timothy O'Donnell, he is
that is cool.
champion himself, and he is
look at that.
World champion at unplugging.
That
his
is
wife's
so
bike
cool.
at the worst time.
It's got text on the screen telling you what you're listening to. That is awesome. I will mention this. The display could be brighter. And the viewing angle on the display is kind of funky too. Like, it looks foggy from above, and then when you look at it straight on, it looks clear. It's kind of bizarre. I don't know. Some kind of lens or something over it that's doing that. I press the stop button and it toggles between stereo and mono. I wonder if it can do SAP as well. There's a mute button. It's amazing. Highly recommended unit. This is really slick, really professionally done. I think they did a great job. Sounds good, great features, great design aesthetic. So yeah, definitely a thumbs up on this. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. This is a great little device. It's fantastic, it's beautiful, it sounds good, all that cool stuff. Now listen, we've got some really cool things coming up on this channel in the near future, and I'm so excited to tell you about them when I can. Oh, it's gonna be fun. I mean, we got some really, really cool stuff. As you guys know, I get like overly excited about stuff, but I just can't stand it. I love this stuff. My wife just shakes her head at me. She's like, I don't get you, you know? I hope you are all doing well. I love you all very much, and I'm so appreciative that you're out there. You know, we can get through this tough time together, and there is plenty of Record-ology to keep you busy in the meantime. Hundreds of shows going back now, multiple years, which I can't believe, and I thank each and every one of you for being out there. Feel free to contact me in the comments, or better yet, even an email. Just let me know what you're into, what you'd like to see. I just like this to be a two-way conversation. I want to hear from you guys as well. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Happy record listening and happy Easter. We'll see you next time.